In today's video, we shall be looking at 7 key personalities who have contributed substantially to the development of Ghana and who are from the northern part of the country. In fact, the list is not in any special order. In fact, it's just randomly picked. So coming number 1 on the list is a very important personality known as Mumuni Bawumia. But Mumuni Bawumia was a Ghanaian politician and then a lawyer as well as a chief. But he was one of the prominent founding members of the New Patriotic Party. In fact, those days it was known as the Northern People's Party. In fact, when we talk about the NPP, people just think that it's some kind of Akan party. They might not know that people that are of northern origin were part of the key founding members of the party. So he was one of the key founding members alongside people like SD Dombo, Chief Abeifa Kabo, and then Yakubu Tale, who was also the Tolona, then J.A. Brema, who was also the Kabeche Ora. I think that's somewhere around the Gonja land. In fact, and for whatever reason known unto him, he decided to switch carpet and then join the CPP party, that's the Nkrumah's party, in 1958. But he was given certain ministerial positions in the Nkrumah's government. Notable among them was Minister of Works and Housing. In 1988, the then PNDC government under Rawlings made him Ghana's ambassador to Saudi Arabia. But he's the father of the former Vice President Dr. Mahmoudi Bawumia. Next on the list is another important personality known as Alban Sumana Bagbin. But Alban Sumana Bagbin served as MP for the Nadole Kaleu constituency from 1992, I think, to somewhere 2018 or so. I stand to be corrected, where he now gave in to a different person to take over from him. He also served in several ministerial positions, and notable among them was the Minister of Health during the Atamos regime. And interestingly, he became Speaker of Parliament for the Republic in 2020 when his party NDC, they were in opposition during the Akufo-Addo regime. In fact, it's something that doesn't happen, to have your party in opposition and you are elected to become Speaker of Parliament. And then he has maintained that position till today. He is still the Speaker of Parliament of Ghana. But Alban Bagbin is known as one of the proactive speakers of Parliament that Ghana ever had in history. But he's happily married to his lovely wife, Alice Ajua Jonas. The next on the list is a heavyweight personality known as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. In fact, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a Ghanaian politician and is also known for his philanthropic acts. But he is the 7th Vice President of the Republic. But he played a key role in the NPP winning election in 2016. But he is known for his economic prowess. But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia had much of his higher education outside Ghana. In fact, prominent among them include the Buckingham University and then the Oxford University. Very good universities. So this should explain why he is seen as someone that is highly intellectual. Based on his economic prowess, he is given the name the Wale Adam Smith. But he was the MPP presidential candidate for the 2024 elections and unfortunately lost to John Dramani Mahama. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is married to a lovely wife, Samira Bawumia. In fact, Samira Bawumia is known for a stylish way of dressing. In fact, in the Ghanaian fashion industry, is highly admired. Now, coming next on the list is another key important personality. In fact, this particular personality is actually a sports personality who played a very key role in the national team in the 1990s, and that is in the person of Abedi Ayew Pele. But Abedi Ayew Pele is from the Upper East region, specifically from Paga. In fact, in an interview with the French ambassador, he talked about the fact that where he's coming from has actually inspired him to greatness. In fact, in that interview, he was quoted as saying, if you look at where I come from, it is one of the impoverished areas in Ghana from the north. To have a boy come from not only the north, but the border between Burkina Faso and Ghana, it's not easy, he said. In the 1990s, he was arguably the most dominant footballer on the continent. In fact, his football tactics and his skillful nature earned him the name Abedi Pele. That was a Brazilian football star. And later on, he was also given the name the African Maradona. That should tell how skillful he was in football. He also played key football clubs in France. In fact, and won consecutively the France African Footballer of the Year in 3 consecutive times. Then in 1982, he also won the BBC African Sports Star of the Year. And the same year in 1982, during the Africa Cup of Nations, he was the player of the tournament. He was also captain of the national team. I think he played in the national team till somewhere in the late 90s. That's where he laid down his boots and then retired from football. In fact, he's the father of Jordan Ayew. That's the current captain of the Black Stars and the former captain of the Black Stars, Dede Ayew. Let's go now to the entertainment industry. In fact, the entertainment industry, whether you like it or not, has also contributed to the economy of the country. In fact, one of the important personalities that is in the entertainment industry is a personality known as Samini. In fact, Samini hails from the Upper West region, from Wa, specifically from a community known as Sombo. But he was prominent in the music industry from 1999, I think, till date. He is still making waves in the entertainment industry. But being someone that is from the Upper West region and speak Wali and Dagari, it is interesting how he's able to, brilliantly and then beautifully give a powerful rendition of music in the Chi language. In fact, being someone who is not a fan of secular music because of my faith, but with the kind of voice that Samini has, I wish he could have used that voice to actually sing some gospel praises. That would have been very powerful, but unfortunately, that's the path he has chosen. So, Brother Samini, I wish you actually probably think about it. Yeah, think about it. But Samini was enskinned as chief by the Wana in 2018 with the skin name Peblina. In fact, Peblina means king of the rocks. But his love for his culture and his tradition and his root has, interestingly, but has made him to give Dagari names to all his children. In fact, to add more value to what he does, so that it doesn't look like it's just all about entertainment, he decided to add education to his career, and then he enrolled at Jimpa and pursued a degree in public management. And in that school, in his final year, he was voted as the SRC president of Jimpa. So now let's get to the final on the list. Is another heavyweight personality known as Ibrahim Mahama, who is actually one of the richest in the country. But Ibrahim Mahama hails from Bole in the northern region. He is a business mogul and a philanthropist, but he owns a company known as the Engineers and Planners, which is an African mining company. He also owns a cement company known as Zata or Jata, Zata Cement Limited. Ibrahim Mahama is the younger brother of the current president, John Dramani Mahama. But Ibrahim Mahama is the 4th richest person in the country, with a net worth of about $800 million, and he's only behind Kwame Despite. I will come with the part 3 version. That's why you need to follow the channel so you don't miss out on that update. Bye bye.